Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Hollow Knight. In the last part we defeated Nightmare King Grimm. I did not remember to show his journal entry at the time. I have been doing that for all the other Grimm Troop ones. Should be down here at the bottom. The expanse of dream in past was split. One realm now must stay apart. Darkest reaches beating red. Terror of sleep, the nightmare's heart. Ascribed to the seer, interestingly enough. So it's still there. There's a lot of weird lore connected with the Grimm Troop, and I'm not really sure I understand it all, but apparently they come to gather this red essence that's a different sort of essence, and it's left behind when a kingdom dies. And we've been helping them do that, which may or may not have been the right thing to do. Brum certainly had doubts. I've also not been doing much of a good job at all of explaining where we are with the story and the little breadcrumbs it's been handing out. So this might be a good time and place to take stock a little. So what we know is that this kingdom, Hallownest, was ravaged by a plague, and the plague was contained or sealed by the Hollow Knight in the Black Egg Temple. That was its purpose. But in the first ending we had to break open the seals and cut down the Hollow Knight because it was no longer serving that purpose. The infection was leaking out, and we had to cut it down in order to take its place. Which is a bit of a depressing ending, and that's why we're looking around to see if we can do any better. But there were also the hints left by Hornet and others. So Hornet asked us to meet her in the Grave in Ash, which is Kingdom's Edge, and when we did meet her there, we found out that the ash was the decay of the old king, and she gave us the king's brand. Now, is that in my inventory? I think it should be. Marks the bearer as king. Hallownest's ancient places shall open before it. And it has this four-pronged symbol that we have seen before. A long time ago, so if you're playing this for the first time, it can be difficult to remember where you've got to come back to. It's here. At the bottom of the ancient basin. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. We presumably being the old king. And Hive Queen Vesper said something interesting. She said that the insects of the hive do not take part in Hallownest's attempt at perpetuation, but if we want to find out about our own past, we had to look for another queen, something like that. Anyway, making it clear that we are intimately connected with whatever went on down here. Now, there's a few geochests on the way down. They're not easy to find with all the platforms being so widely spaced. I'll try and get them all. Oops. think there's one over here. Or not. There is one on the right side, but it might be much further up. There's at least the second one. And over on the left, somewhere, there's an interesting ledge there. I think I can get to it, yes. A deep blue stone atop a dais. Doesn't seem to react to anything we can do to it, but the fact that it's blue, that it has these butterflies, and these 14 kind of empty blobs, teardrops, containers, whatever you call them, those are all hints about what you're meant to do with that. Which I won't do right now, but we'll come back for that. Here we go. The Abyss. Very creepy and sinister place. I don't know how clearly this comes out in the YouTube video, but... Oh, we've got company. We've got company that does double damage. That's not a good sign. Yeah, what I was about to call attention to is that all these things in the background look rather like us. And we're seeing enemies that look rather like our own shade. What does the journal have to say? Yeah, our siblings. Oops. This creepy passage leads here. Some kind of statues of faces wide open and screaming. Our voices will cry out again. That's a hint to what you're meant to do here. Cry out. If I look at the inventory, one thing that we have has a name that's suggestive at the moment. Oops. Abyss Shriek, that is how you get the third and final spell upgrade, and that's the most powerful spell in the game. It does 80 damage normally, 120 with the Shaman Stone, if all of its separate blasts hit the target. Right, let's keep moving. Our siblings are agitated. Over this way, we have something that looks straight out of Aversion. Yeah, and it doesn't look like I can continue that way. But there was a platform. We can go up. Not an easy climb with all of the siblings following us, but if we make it here... The light seems to have scared them away. And it's come down this side, so... yeah, it's also pacified whatever those things were. And the corpse of a huge bug in a pose rather reminiscent of the Chozo statues from Metroid. Very clearly indicating that we're meant to get into this cup. So the Shade Cloak is an upgrade to the dash. It can dash through enemies and attacks without taking damage. Like that. There's the second arcane egg. I went by this before, but there's clearly something in the ceiling there. And one of these black barriers. But now that we have Shade Cloak, those are open to us. And we inspect this to get the Void Tendrils journal entry. The bugs of Hallownest sometimes wondered whether there were other, older, stranger kingdoms deep below them. What strange fancies they had. That's probably why they were always so distracted and easy to kill. The Hunter is a great character. I wish I had taken time to read more of the journal entries, but as you just saw, there are a lot of them. So that's pretty much all we can do in the Abyss for now. It's a wide, empty space, but we just got two very important upgrades. Shade Cloak is not only the thing that lets us go through the black barriers we've been seeing, it's also a really good combat ability because you can just go through enemies. Now, again, I don't know how clearly this will come out, but when I do the Shade Dash, you see black particles coming out behind me. If I do a dash again immediately after, it's just a normal dash. The Shade Cloak needs time to cool down, and the black particles gather around the knight for a bit, and then that's how you can tell. Well, that sibling is persistent. Okay, let's see if I can find that last geo chest on my way back up. Not there. Okay, I think it must be higher than this. Yeah, and really good to know this for if you're doing a randomizer. At least if you randomize geo chests. I don't always. Somewhere around here, maybe? No, I think I've just dropped back down. Well, it doesn't matter a lot. Hello, Hornet. Ghost, I see you've faced the place of your birth, and now drape yourself in the substance of its shadow. Though our strength is born of similar source, that part of you, that crucial emptiness, I do not share. Funny, then, that such darkness gives me hope. Within it I see the chance of a change. A difficult journey you would face, but a choice it can create. prolong our world's stasis or face the heart of its infection. I'd urge you to take that harder path, but what end may come, the decision rests with you. Yeah, so in case it's not clear now, the king made thousands of these vessels and chose only one of them to be the Hollow Knight. And we're one of the cast-offs. And I should go now. Oh, bother. Really? I just want to get onto that ledge. There we go. That was not difficult. Yeah, it's time to go to find out what's beyond the shade barriers that have been left all over the map for us. There's actually not that many. There is one there in Kingdom's Edge. There's one there in Deepnest. I'll do that one first. And one in Queen's Gardens. There was another one by the Overgrown Mound, but we already got to both sides of it. But that one in Queen's Gardens we do need to investigate. But first, Deepnest. Just down here. I think I already showed this off. Yeah, I didn't get the ding noise, so I'd already looked at that. Here's the barrier. So this is a little tutorial area, so to speak, for the ability of this to phase through enemies. So with good timing, oops, and good key pressing. And then you have these little Garpedes that only appear here. So if you try to go straight through two of them, the Shade Cloak will still be on cooldown, so I've retreated a little bit. Sharp Shadow. We'll see in just a moment what that is. Yeah, I can take a little bit of a shortcut there, taking a damage boost through that Garpede. By the way, I've remembered what charm I'm missing here, and it's very silly. I could have got this one so long ago. Oh, and I forgot to go back and look at the blue door in the abyss. Sharp Shadow. So when using the Shadow Dash, the bearer's body will sharpen and damage enemies. So dashing through enemies with that equipped does the same damage as one Nail Strike. May not sound much. This is one of my favourite charms because there are some enemies. Once you get the Shade Cloak, there are some fights, especially in the post-game content that we haven't even seen yet, where it's just really good to be dashing through them a lot of the time because it's a good way to avoid their attacks. And with the Sharp Shadow, when you do that, you're doing damage. I need to go to a bench. So that blue door, the signs around it are reminiscent of Lifeblood. So let's try putting on all the lifeblood charms together. And we can take a shortcut to the door. So once we land here with lifeblood, it starts filling up these receptacles. I mentioned before that there are 14, so if we have that many lifeblood masks, this will open. And we have a little platforming challenge. It's not too hard, although these light blue butterfly moss covering on the platforms can be a bit easy to confuse with spikes. So there, just drop down that shaft. Now soon there's going to be a choice of ways. Here, I'm going to go left. I have to drop down there and dash to get onto the ledge. And here we clearly need the crystal dash. There's arcane egg number 3, and that one is missable because this is a one-time area. The real reason we came in here, yep, lifeblood core. So it's like lifeblood heart, but better. Instead of 2 notches for 2 masks, it's 3 notches for 4. I mean, still not one of my favourite charms by a long shot, but I'm trying to get all the charms, so got to include that one. Ah. Oh no, oh no! Alright, yeah, some Geo lying on the ground there because I've taken off Gathering Swarm. I'm being very quiet today. It's the atmosphere of this place. Right. Take these off and go back to our normal charms. Thank you very much. I've got a spare notch. Yeah, I'll put Nailmaster's Glory on. And then back up to the tram. Going to head to Kingdom's Edge for the next black barrier. Oops. So even though we've found out who we are, it's not at all clear what we're expected to do about it. Hornet talked about getting to the heart of the infection or something along those lines, but not clear how we can do that. But once again, I'm just going to follow the trail that has been marked out for us, in the hope that eventually it will lead us where we want to go. Now, why am I in Kingdom's Edge again? Black barrier, that's it. It won't do me any harm to kill some of these hoppers along the way. They do give so much money. It's the last of the warrior dreams. Markov. You've come a long way just to die here at the edge of the world. No, do not speak. I've heard thousands and thousands of empty words from those like you. Your pride, your desires, your desperation. You'll take these things with you once I strike you down. Raise your weapon then, and die like those who came before you. Oh, we are going to challenge you, Markov. So he has basically the Dream Shield charm. In fact, the charm was originally added in one of the updates. So originally, it was only Markov who had it. Then they thought, hey, that'd be a cool ability to give to the player. Every now and then he stops and the shield flies around in circles. Good chance to get some hits in. Okay. He's about halfway done when the second shield comes out. I'm being a bit careless. I should be more careful. Ah. Trying to get him with a great slash there. But Abyss Shriek does the job just as well. Never have I been defeated in combat. I can see myself there, still sleeping. How long have I been hidden here? Here at the edge of the world. No one could find me, except you. Warriors, knights, kings, even time itself, they have no power over me. Only you. You are the darkness, come to consume me. Well, given the amount of essence we have now, no prizes for guessing where we're going next. Not sure that the tram is actually the quickest way there, but it will do. No, don't want to go down there. I'm looking forward to the next episode. Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream nail. Yes, the time has come, the dream nail. And you as well, Wielder. It is time for you both to awaken. The essence you have collected, the hope that still remains in this old kingdom, pure potential. Let it course through you and into the dream nail. Hold it aloft, Wielder. Awaken. Yep, Dreamnail also has an upgraded version. It doesn't actually do any better, doesn't gather more soul or anything like that. There's really only one thing that it does. Ah, yes, no dream can hide itself from you now. You can peer into the darkest places, you just need to find the right crack. What will you do with such a power, Wielder? Whose memories will you hunt down? Ha! Do as you wish, my promise is fulfilled. May the crimes of my tribe be washed away in time like the rest of this kingdom's. The Dreamnail has fully awoken, yet still you collect essence. Perhaps they've instilled an obsession in you? Keep at it then, I'm happy to wait and watch your progress. Once you've collected 2,400 essence, return to me. I've no more gifts to give, but you'd prove yourself the wielder my tribe awaited. This kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. Oops, accidentally triggered the dialogue again. That is good advice. Yep, there is more essence to get. I'm not sure if we could get all the way to 2,400 just through whispering routes. I don't think we could. I think we've got to find another couple of dream bosses. And that's fine because I know where they all are. But first, we have to do something with the Awoken Dreamnail now that we have it. And that is what I'll do immediately at the start of the next episode. Thank you for watching.